Hello everyone, this is Sid here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be drawing some dragons! Yes, actually for once in my life, after drawing humans, I'm going to be drawing more dragons again. So if you'd like to see that, then please stay tuned, and without further ado, let's get started. Basically, as many of y'all already know, when I first started my YouTube journey, I started off as a WAFTuber, meaning that I was part of the Wings of Fire fandom and wanted to express my love for this book series by drawing some characters. But I slowly decided that I did not like drawing dragons as much as I liked drawing humans, and I started to convert myself over towards a mainly human-oriented content style. But I decided that, well, as long as I have been a Wings of Fire fan, and as much as I have doodled the 3 Bs on my schoolwork and math homework and assignments and all that great stuff, I've actually never drawn them digitally before. So I decided that today I was going to draw the 3 Bs digitally and make them all into a poster and show you all of that. So basically, if you're not a Wings of Fire fan and you're like, who on earth are the 3 Bs? Those are my 3 SandWing sisters from the Prophecy of the Dragonettes. 3 queens who blister and blaze and burn, 2 shall die and 1 shall learn. If she bows to a fate that's stronger and higher, she'll have the power of Wings of Fire. So basically, when Queen Oasis died, she had 3 children who she left towards availability for the throne. She had her oldest child, Burn, her middle child, Blister, and her youngest child, Blaze. And 3 of them had fought for the throne for over 20 years, over 2 decades. And none of them had won it until the Dragoness Destiny decided to stop in and say, hey, we're gonna win this war once and for all, before more dragons die and get themselves killed. So basically, the first one that I'm going to be drawing today is Blister. And Blister is known for being the brains, because another cool thing about the 3 Bs is that they stand for 3 characteristics. We have the beauty, the brawn, and the brains. And Blister is very, very smart. Arcane seems to think that Blister is not smart, but I highly disapprove of that. Because Blister is my cunning, conniving viper of a queen, and I will stand for it. She's a strategy girl boss, and she made all these plans with the Nightwings in order to set up her future with the prophecy and make all these fake signs and all of that stuff. And she was willing to play the long game. She didn't want to just jump right in because she knew that she would get obliterated by Burn or heavily outnumbered by Blaze. She decided to be patient and just wait it out, and that ended up working for her for the long run. She actually did kill her sister with a trick because she was smart and her sister was not. And she's a very good fighter as well, so she was able to really seriously injure Blaze during the 1v1 battle that they had. So Blister is just like, she's very, very smart. I love that for her. She's really good at manipulating people. Like, she manipulated her ally, Queen Coral, by playing with her ego and saying, well, hey, this is her strength, so I'm gonna feed into it in order to get her to like me. Basically, Queen Coral is a writer. She loves writing books, so Blister took it upon herself to read all of Queen Coral's books and say like, well, it's just like in your book when they did this. Oh yeah, it is like that. And she's always like referencing this in order to like feed into her ego. Like, so smart, you're such an amazing writer writing all these books. She's like, oh, thank you. So that basically secures her a good alliance with Coral. But she also knew how to use an enemy as a weapon. She knew how to use like Kestrel and the Talons of Peace. She knew how to use the Nightwings and their mind reading and future seeing powers that everyone thought they had, and their abilities and their prophecy that they created. She knew how to play the game, guys. Like, she was not messing around. The next SandWing sister that I decided to draw was Blaze. And Blaze, of course, is the little cute one who is very pretty and gorgeous. And she's known for being nice, but I honestly don't really think she's that nice. That Arcane I will argue with, because she seems kind of snobby. She's sort of stuck up, very like arrogant and into herself. She's like, I'm so pretty, I'm so nice, everyone loves me. Can't you see I have the biggest fan base in all of the Kingdom of Sand? Like, all of the SandWings love me. Why can't I just be the queen? So yeah, I was not really into that, especially not when compared to Blister, who's just like confident, but like because she knows she's it. She knows she's smart. On the other hand, Blaze, man, she is just like, nuh-uh. Blister was able to trick Blaze into going out in the middle of a freaking sandstorm in order to get this tiara that she threw out there. Just because she wanted her tiara so badly that she was willing to like risk it and go into the middle of like a natural disaster tornado in order to get it. So like, she is not the brightest bulb in the batch, let me guarantee you. And she is kind of obsessed with jewelry and everything else that shows your wealth and richness. And I think she's like 100% a material girl. So she would really only want to be the queen just because of the wealth that it would provide her with and all the riches she would get. Which, I mean, that's not very cool, guys. I would not be having that. But the next one that I decided to draw, and the last one, the final of the 3 bees and the 3 SandWing sisters, is actually the oldest one, who is Burn. And Burn is probably one of the more like developed ones because she actually has some like passions and hobbies and interests outside of just like her normal association with like brawn. She is of course very, very strong. In the first chapter, actually, the prologue of the Dragonette Prophecy, we saw her like obliterate, I don't know how you say his name, like Kavisher maybe? I'm not exactly sure. But we saw her kill him and like throw him over the ledge and toss an egg over the ledge and have the egg like shatter onto the ground. We see that she is a ruthless killer and she will stop nowhere in order to achieve her means. So she is very much like a gory, gruesome gladiator queen. And she does attend the gladiator fights with Scarlet. And she and Scarlet make such amazing friends. I do love their dynamic because like I feel like Scarlet, even though Scarlet is like a girl boss in of herself, I feel like Scarlet is also sort of afraid of Burn. Because I mean, you have the right to. Burn is a really scary dragon. Like she can kill you and like stuff you into her weirdling tower. I love how she has such an obsession with weirdlings because it makes her seem like a human, like how I have an obsession with Wings of Fire. Burn has an obsession with weirdlings. Basically, if she sees a dragon who she thinks is really weird, like Six Claws, who has, of course, 6 talons on one of his claws, then she will take them, she will stuff them after they die, and she will place them as basically a prop into her weirdling tower. She will go walking through there for hours just staring at her collection, basically, of all of these like weird dragons and their bodies in sort of like a museum. So that's something that she likes to do. She also likes to have the heads of her enemies on spikes outside the palace walls. So yeah, Burn is a really good fighter. If they did actually fight to the death like how they were supposed to, then Burn would have easily won. She had control over the Sand Kingdom for a very, very long time. Pretty much the whole entire span of 20 years they were fighting the war, she was in control of the SandWing stronghold. But she was still not able to win because she couldn't find a way to get Blister's and Blaze's armies unearthed. Because she is also not a very smart person. I feel like Burn is even smarter than Blaze, to be honest, because Blaze is just like absolutely stupid. But Burn didn't think twice when she saw the Viper in the box. She just immediately killed the first one, and then she was left stranded when there was a second Viper in the box, and well, she went oof. But if I had to rank them on a scale of like 1 to 10, I think Blister is a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love Blister. I was so shocked and surprised when she died, and how she died in such like a traumatic way. Like, oh my freaking god. Bro got electrocuted by a stone? What the heck? I could have cried honestly at that point, because I was so convinced that Blister was gonna get the throne, and I was rooting for her honestly. I was like, Blister, Blister, Blister. But then Thorn just appeared out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, Thorn, hate you. I mean, I kind of like Thorn, I've warmed up to her, but I mean, she stole Blister's spot. Oh my god. Unforgivable, irredeemable, no mercy. The next one is probably Burn. I do love how Burn is such a consistent and constant character, and how she stays true to her brawny nature. And I do love how she has her little obsessions. It's so relatable and realistic. How she has her hobbies and interests, and really likes her weirdlings. But I don't think she's anything that special, so yeah. I'm giving her this basic, sort of average, but a little bit above, because I still really do love her. Rating of 6 out of 10. And then Blaze, Little Blaze. Poor little Blaze. I'm gonna say Blaze is like a 3 out of 10. Cause like, she's not bad. She's not like horrible, but like, oh my god. I hate her so much. Like, she's so arrogant, guys. She's like definition of narcissist. And all she cares about is herself and her jewelry and like all of that. And how pretty she is. Like, no one cares, girlfriend. Being pretty ain't gonna help you rule the kingdom. You gotta be smart, you gotta be strong, you gotta be like your older sisters. But whatever. Everyone else seems to like Blaze the most out of anyone. I'm like, how could you like Blaze the most? I like Blaze the least, but whatever. I guess this is a hot take. You can comment down below whether you agree or not, but yeah. I drew this poster of all of them together, yay! But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like and subscribe, because I do post lots of videos like this very frequently. I post multiple long-form videos every single week, and I post lots of short-form videos every single day. So I will always have something interesting for you to watch, and you will never be bored. And it always helps me out so much when you do, because it helps to boost my YouTube channel into the algorithm, which I always do appreciate, because then more people get to see my art, which is always such an amazing thing. And anyways, I hope that you'll all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Always remember that I love you, and goodbye!